This morning at approximately 9:15, the Highway Patrol received a call that there was a collision here on Lake Summit Road and that a vehicle had possibly went off into the lake. When investigators arrived on scene in the curve located behind us, they noticed that there was tire marks from where it looks like a vehicle had went off the road and possibly into the lake. At that point, troopers then notified the Henderson County Rescue Squad. They responded to the scene. Put a dive team in the water. During that search, they located a vehicle in the lake. At that point, a wrecker was contacted to begin extricating the vehicle from the lake. And somewhere during that point, it was discovered that there was, in fact, two bodies located inside the vehicle. Where we're at this time in the investigation is obviously trying to get the vehicle out of the lake here. And from there, we will be working on identifying the two people inside of the vehicle and notifying their next of kin. Once those next of kin have been notified, then I will be in touch with you all to give the name and age of the deceased inside the vehicle.
Is there any idea of what took place or what caused this vehicle to go off the road and into the lake?
At this point, other than having the tire marks that led to the vehicle leaving the roadway into the lake, we don't have approximate cause of what caused them to go into the lake.
Do we know how long that the vehicle had been there or when they went into the lake?
We do not know how long at this point. Part of our investigation will try to be to identify the caller and speak with them to see if they can provide us with any more information to help put some light on the time frame.
You said a collision. Was there any other cars involved that you know of at this time?
Just one car collision at this time.
How long will it take to extract the car out of the lake?
You know, that's not my area of expertise. All I can say is it's going to take as long as it's going to take.
How long will it take to identify the victims?
It'll just depend on if they have any ID on them or if we locate any missing persons reports, something that may be able to speed up the process.
You said the two individuals are still inside the vehicle?
Yes, sir. There are two deceased individuals inside the vehicle at this time.
Can you say if male, female?
I will be releasing that later.
And do we know if they have any relationship to each other? Or they...
Do not know at this point. Like I said, we're still working on getting the vehicle up first and then trying to positively ID the deceased in the vehicle and notify their next of kin, and then I can move forward with releasing that information.
As far as the tire tracks go, is there any indication that speed may have played a factor, or is it too early to say?
It's too early in the investigation to say if speed was a factor, but those are some things that we'll look at to see.
Which direction was the car headed?
It was headed actually that direction away from where all the rescue vehicles that you see parked. So as if it was going to make a loop around here to the lake. Yes, ma'am.
And can you talk about the conditions of this road? I mean, it seems like it's pretty windy.
That's a windy one-lane gravel road, something typical that we see here in the rural section of our mountain area. So it's really nothing out of the ordinary, if you will.
Is this a state road?
I'm working on confirming that right now.
So you would say it's a common occurrence to have vehicles on roads like this?
Not that it's a common occurrence, but this is the typical rural gravel road that we see in some areas where we investigate collisions.
When you say collision, was there an actual collision point, and that's why you're talking about?
Anytime a vehicle wrecks, and in this case going off the road, that's what we consider a collision.
Appreciate it.
Okay. And like I said, I'll be updating you as soon as I get that information on the names.
Did somebody call 911 or anything along those lines?
Yes, there was a call to 911 at some point, and that's why I was saying earlier, troopers will try to go back. I track that original caller and see if they can get some additional information to shed a time frame on when this occurred.
And I know, sorry, it's hard from our vantage point to tell what kind of vehicle it is. Do you have a description?
It's a passenger vehicle as best I could make because it was still partially in the water as they were trying to pull it up.